Welcome to Domestic Daily Current Affairs. We can see yesterday's current affairs now, 9th April 2021. Before going to the session, let's discuss the thought of the day. Everything is easy if you are crazy. Nothing will be easy if you are lazy. Right? The thought itself gives a boost to you. Every day you need to focus on your goal and you need to leave your lazy and focus on what you have to achieve in future. Clear? Right. We can go for the session now. First question of the day. Identify the statements which are correct with respect to Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin scheme. Okay, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin scheme. So we can go to the options now. What are the points they given? Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin was launched in 2014 to provide housing for all by 2022. Minimum size of the house under the scheme is 20 square feet. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin scheme is being monitored through MIS, Avas Soft and Avas App. So what are the perfect answers from these 3 points? So let's see. Right. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin was launched in 2016. Right. It was launched in 2016-17 financial year. So it was launched in 2016 to provide housing for all. The main aim of the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin is to provide housing for all by 2022. It is perfect. But the year was wrong. So the year is 2016. Minimum size of the house under the scheme is 20 square feet. So it is perfectly wrong. The minimum size of the house under the scheme is 25 square feet. Clear? Right. The Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana scheme is being monitored through MIS, Avas Soft and Avas App. It is correct. So answer for the question is only C is perfect answer. Only C. Option is 5. Clear everybody? If you are preparing for APPSC, TSPSC banking exams, they may ask questions like this. You need to evaluate your thinking power and you need to elaborate your content. Then only you can crack the exams. Okay. So answer for the question is option 5. You can go to the next question. Recently, in April 2021, the Union Cabinet approved the inclusion of solar manufacturing and white goods into the production linked incentive scheme. What are the classified as white goods? So before going to this, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin, it is comes under Ministry of Rural Development. Ministry of Rural Development. Who is at present Minister of Rural Development? Minister, Union Minister for Ministry of Rural Development. Answer for the question is Narendra Singh Tomar. So he is presented to which Lok Sabha constituency? He represented Morena, Madhya Pradesh. Right. We can go for the next question. Recently, the Union Cabinet approved the inclusion of solar manufacturing and white goods into the production linked incentive scheme. What are classified as white goods? Right. So recently, Union Cabinet approved one mission, key initiative for the approved of production linked incentive scheme. Okay, production linked incentive scheme. What are the approvals they made in this cabinet? Means the first one is national program on high efficiency solar PV modules. First one is a national program on high efficiency solar PV modules. And the second one is approval for PLI scheme, production linked incentive scheme for white goods. So white goods means air conditioner, as well as LED lights. These are comes under white goods. So the question is itself is asking the same thing. What are classified as white goods? White goods are air conditioners and LED lights. Okay, clear everybody? Right. So the how much amount they classified under budget for this white goods is Indian rupees 6,238 crore. An incentive of 4% to 6% on incremental sale of goods manufactured in India for a period of 5 years. Clear? So what are classified as white goods? The white goods are air conditioners and LED lights. Clear? Right. We can go for the next question. Union Cabinet approved MOU signed between India and which country for collaborating in the field of atmospheric science and technology? It is also comes under production linked incentive scheme. So India and which country jointly signed an MOU in the field of atmospheric science and technology? So answer for the question is Japan. Okay, clear everybody? Who is the at present Prime Minister of Japan? Japan Prime Minister is Yoshihide Suga. Yoshihide. Japan capital Tokyo. Clear? Currency N. Right? Then go for the next question. Which country collaborated with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to set up health cells under its Anamia? You need to remember the name of this initiative. The name of the initiative is Anamia. Anamia initiative to provide health and nutrition support to the tribal population. Okay, right. So, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Okay, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare along with Ministry of Tribal Affairs launched the initiative called Anamya to provide. Why they launched the initiative? Why they launched Anamya initiative? To provide health and nutrition support to the tribal population. Clear everybody? So which ministry collaborated with Bill and Melinda Gates? Answer for the question is Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Who is at present Ministry of Tribal Affairs? Ministry of Tribal Affairs is Arjun Munda. At present, Union Minister for Tribal Affairs is Arjun Munda. He represents which constituency? He represents Kunti. Arjun Munda represents Kunti, Jharkhand. Clear everybody? Right. Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Harshavardhan. Right. So answer for the question is Ministry of Tribal Affairs collaborated with Bill and Melinda Gates. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to who collaborated? Ministry of Tribal Affairs collaborated with Bill and Melinda Gates. Clear everybody? Right. It is a supporting agency. Bill and Melinda Gates is supporting agency. For which? Supporting agency for Anamya initiative. Clear? We can go for the next question. Which organization signed an MOU with Ministry of Ayush for formulating new drugs using medicinal herbs? Medicinal herbs. Clear everybody? National Medicinal Boards. Medicinal Plants Board. National Medicinal Plants Board comes under Ministry of Ayush. Okay, Ministry of Ayush signed an MOU with whom? Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairy. Clear? Ministry of Ayush signed an MOU with Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairy. Okay, answer for the question is Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Option 2. Who is at present Animal Husbandry and Dairying Minister? So answer for the question is Giriraj Singh. While reading current affairs, you need to link current affairs with a related static part. Then only you have the capability to remember. Okay. So the present Union Minister for Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying is Giriraj Singh. He represents which constituency? Giriraj Singh represents Begusarai. Begusarai located in Bihar. Clear everybody? Who is the Ministry of Ayush? The Ayush Ministry is Shripad Yesho Naik. Shripad Yesho Naik represents North Goa constituency. Shripad Yesho Naik. Okay. Shripad Yesho Naik represents North Goa constituency. Right. So we can go to the question once again. Which organization signed an MOU with Ministry of Ayush for formulating new drugs using medicinal herbs? Answer for the question is Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairy. Why they formulated new drugs using medicinal herbs for the use of veterinary sciences, veterinarian sciences. Clear? Right. Next question. Indian Navy, along with its quad partners. So quad partners. So what are the countries called as quad partners? So answer quad partners are US, sorry, right. Australia, Japan, India, USA comes under quad partners. Clear? Participated in the French joint naval exercise. French joint naval exercise. The name of the naval exercise is La Perouse. The name of the joint naval exercise is La Perouse in April 2020. Identify the wrongly matched bilateral exercise between India and France. This is the current affair. What is the current affair in this question is quad partners participated in the French joint naval exercise. The name of the exercise is La Perouse. Okay, maybe there is a chance to ask questions based on the name of the exercise. So answer for the question is La Perouse. So the static part in this question is identify the wrongly matched bilateral exercise between India and France. So Varuna is a naval exercise. Perfect. Shakti is also a exercise between India and France related to army exercise. Yes, perfect. Desert King 21. So it is a air exercise, air force exercise between India and France. Yeah, perfect. Garuda Shakti. So Garuda Shakti is an army exercise, but it is not under India and France. It is an exercise between India and Indonesia. Okay, Garuda Shakti exercise between India and Indonesia. It is also an army exercise, but not in between India and France. Okay, so you need to remember this. Garuda is a air exercise. So Garuda is a air exercise between India and France. Desert King also a air exercise between India and France. Shakti is a army exercise between India and France. Varuna is a naval exercise between India and France. Clear everybody? Right? Quad partners means there is a four countries. What are those countries? Australia, Japan, India, and USA. Clear everybody? Right? So name of the joint naval exercise recently conducted with France. Okay, the La Perouse exercise is recently conducted between India and France. So quad countries also participated in that naval exercise. Who is the at present president of France? President of France, Emmanuel Macron. Emmanuel Macron at present president of France. Okay, clear everybody. France capital Paris. Currency Euro and franc. Both are currencies. Euro and franc. France currency euros as well as franc. Clear? You can go for the next question. Which country virtually hosted 2021's first meeting of BRICS finance minister and central bank governors? Once again, we can repeat the question. Which country virtually hosted 2021's first meeting of BRICS finance ministers and central bank governors? So recently, India hosted 2021's first meeting of BRICS finance ministers and central bank governors. Who is at present finance minister? Nirmala Sitaram. Who is at present central bank governor? Shaktikant Das. The both the persons chaired for the first meeting of BRICS. Okay, clear everybody? Right. In BRICS, how many countries? Five countries. They developed a bank also. The name of the bank is New Development Bank. Where is the headquarters of New Development Bank? You need to comment the answer in comment box. Clear everybody? Where is the headquarters of New Development Bank? You need to comment in comment box. Clear? Right. So why they met? Why they hosted this meeting? And what is the importance of this meeting? So BRICS is completed its 15 years celebration. Okay, BRICS annual 15 years annual celebrations. They started this meeting. So what is the theme of this meeting? Theme theme of 2021's annual meeting. First meeting of BRICS finance minister and central governments. So the theme of the meeting is BRICS at the rate 15 intra BRICS cooperative cooperation, intra BRICS cooperation for continuity, consolidation and consensus. Intra BRICS cooperation for continuity, consolidation and consensus. Clear everybody? Theme of the 2021 BRICS at the rate 15 intra BRICS cooperation for continuity, consolidation and consensus. This is the theme of the first meeting of BRICS finance ministers and central bank governors, FMCG. The first meeting of 2021's BRICS finance ministers and central bank governors meeting will be was hosted by India. The theme of the meeting is BRICS at the rate 15 intra BRICS cooperation for continuity and consolidation and consensus. Clear everybody? Right. BRICS is celebrating 15th anniversary. Okay. You can go for the next question. Which railway zone became the first in India to achieve 100% electrification? So totally we have 18 zones near. So no, sorry, 19 zones we have at present. So which railway zone became the first in India to achieve 100% electrification? Western Central Railway became the first railway zone to achieve 100% electrification. So India has certain targets. What are those targets? So the entire railway becomes electrified. Entire railway become electrification by 2023, as well as entire railway becomes renewable energy. Okay, entire railway network will run on renewable energy by 2030. Entire railway will run based on electrification by 2023. Entire railway will run based on renewable energy by 2030. You need to remember the years, targeting years. Indian Railway targets. These are the targets in Indian Railway at present. So, which railway zone become the first in India to achieve 100% electrification means Western Central Railway. Okay, who is at present Railway Minister? Piyush Goyal. Clear, everybody? Okay, we can go for the next question. When was the India's first military farm set up that supplies hygienic cow milk to the armed force? For supplying hygienic cow milk to the armed forces, India military set up a farms, military farm. They set up military farms. Why they set up military farms? To supply hygienic cow milk to the armed forces. When was the first military farm set up? In the 1st February 1889. The first military farm was set up in 1st February 1899. So it is comes under British India. So where they started first farm military farm means Allahabad. Allahabad is located in Uttar Pradesh. Okay. First military farm was set up in Allahabad. You need to remember this also. When was this started first military farm setup? Means 1st February 1889. Okay, clear everybody? Right. Who is at present UPCM? Yogi Adityanath. Capital Lucknow. Clear everybody? Right. Next question. Nirmala Sitharaman virtually participated in the second G20 finance ministers and central bank governors meeting 2021 under the presidency of which country? Where she supported the extension of debt service suspension initiative. Debt service suspension initiative. Then we need to see more upon debt service suspension initiative. World Bank and International Monetary Fund asked to the G20 countries to set up debt service suspension initiative. Clear everybody? Debt service suspension initiative. So in this G20 meeting, second G20 meeting, which is uh, which is held on 2021 April, our finance minister Nirmala Sitharaman supported that extension of debt service suspension initiative till December 2021. Clear everybody? Okay. She supported to extension of debt service suspension initiative till December 2020 under the presidency of this virtual meeting of second G20 summit under the presidency of Italy. Clear everybody? This meeting held under the presidency of Italy, whereas she supported the extension of debt service suspension initiative till December 2021. So answer for the question is option 5. Clear everybody? Right. We can go for the next question. Which small finance bank recently partnered with Axis Securities? Axis Security is a wholly subsidiary of Axis Bank. Okay. Axis Securities is a wholly subsidiary of Axis Bank. Which small finance bank recently, in April 2021, partnered with Axis Securities to offer banking and investment services to its customers through a 3-in-1 account. Through a 3-in-1 account. So, 3-in-1 account, you need to remember Vostro account as well as Nostro account, and we can discuss in some other session. Okay, we can discuss in some other session, so keep aside. Right. Small finance bank. Small finance bank. So minimum capital requirement for small finance bank is 200 crore. Okay, 200 crore is the minimum capital requirement for a small finance bank. You need, if you want to start a small finance bank, there is a must and should. 200 crore capital requirement is there. Clear? Which small finance bank recently partnered with Axis Securities to offer banking and investment services to its customers through a 3-in-1 account? So answer for the question is Jana Small Finance Bank. Jana Small Finance Bank located in Bangalore, headquartered in Bangalore, which is in Karnataka. Clear? Jana Small Finance Bank recently partnered with Axis Securities. Clear everybody? You can go for the next question. Which renewable energy company recently in April 2021 announced to invest 9 billion US dollars in wind and solar projects by 2025? Clear everybody? Right. Which renewable energy company recently announced to invest 9 billion US dollars in wind and solar projects by 2025? Wind and solar projects by 2025 in order to help Induku. Why? In order to help the government of India's green push initiatives. Green push initiatives. Clear? So which country comes to the picture? Sorry, which entity comes to the picture by announcing 9 billion US dollars in wind and solar projects by 2025? So answer for the question is Renew Power. Renew Power Private Limited recently announced 9 billion US dollars in wind and solar projects by 2025 in order to help the government of India green push initiative. So the main objective why they invested 9 billion US dollar to reduce the emission and create climate friendly environment. Clear everybody? To reduce the emission and create climate friendly environment. Okay, you can go for the next question. To improve the interoperability of prepaid payment instruments to full KYC, RBI has doubled the maximum limit of the payment bank savings account. Which of the following points is precise with respect to the payment bank? First of all, if you want to start a payment bank, what is the minimum capital requirement for payment bank? So answer for the question is sorry 100 crore. No. Minimum capital requirement for yes 100 crore. Minimum capital requirement for a payment bank is 100 crore. Right. So now we can go through the points. Maximum limit of savings bank is before that 1 lakh. Now it is doubled. So it is doubled to 2 lakh, not 4 lakhs. Okay. Maximum limit of savings account is 2 lakh at present. Okay. Minimum paid up capital of payments bank is 100 crore. They can provide all banking facilities like debit card. Okay. Payment bank don't has the right to give credit cards. Clear? So they have a facility of mobile banking also. They have the facilities of debit cards and mobile banking, but they don't have the facility of giving credit cards. Okay, the minimum paid up capital for a payment bank is 100 crore. Maximum limit of savings account is 2 lakh. Okay, it is an amendment. They doubled the maximum limit of a saving bank account is up to 2 lakh. Clear everybody? Right? Right. Next question. So answer for the question is only B is perfect. Only B option third. Only B option third. Clear? Right. In April 2021, RBI extended the classification of NBFCs under priority sector lending up to September 30, 2020. Okay, so first of all, it is a current affair. RBI extended the classification of NBFCs under priority sector lending up to September 30, 2021. They may ask question like this. RBI extended the classification of NBFCs under priority sector lending up to dash till dash. So answer for the question is September 30, 2021. Which of the following points are correct with respect to priority sector lending? You need to know about priority sector lending. Okay, priority sector lending, if it is a scheduled commercial bank, they need to set aside 40% of their adjusted net banking credit. Adjusted net banking credit, they need to set aside 40% of their adjusted net bank credit for priority sector lending. Clear? If it is a okay, if it is a regional rural bank or else cooperative bank, they need to set aside 75% of adjusted net bank credit. Okay, set aside for priority sector lending. If it is a RRBs, 75 percentage. If it is a scheduled commercial bank, they need to set aside for adjusted net bank credit for 40%. Okay, 40% of the adjusted net bank credit for priority sector lending. Clear? All scheduled banks should assign 40% of the adjusted net bank credit for PSL. Yes, perfect. It is correct. Maximum loan limit under PSL, priority sector lending, for banks lending against negotiable warehouse receipts is 50 lakh. So it is a wrong. It is extended up to 75 lakh. Clear everybody? It is extended up to 75 lakh. You need to remember this. Maximum loan limit under priority sector lending for banks lending against negotiable warehousing reports is 75 lakh. Housing loans are categorized under priority sector lending. Yes, perfect. What are comes under priority sector lending? Housing loans, education loans, farm loans, fishery loans, animal husbandry loans. These are comes under priority sector lending. Okay, clear everybody? So answer for the question. Option A is wrong, correct answer, as well as option C is also correct. So answer for the question both A and C. Which option? Both A and C. Option 4. Clear everybody? Yes, we can go for the next question. Who was appointed as the brand ambassador of Vivo? Vivo's brand ambassador. So recently appointed brand ambassador of Vivo is Virat Kohli. Okay, Virat Kohli appointed as the brand ambassador of Vivo. So beside Virat Kohli, Amir Khan is also a brand ambassador of Vivo, and Sara Ali Khan. Sara Ali Khan is also a brand ambassador of Vivo. Clear everybody? Vivo's brand ambassador Virat Kohli, Amir Khan, Sara Ali Khan. Recently appointed brand ambassador means Virat Kohli. Clear? Yes, we can go for the next question. Name the chairperson of Quality Council of India. Was appointed as the chairman of Capacity Building Commission established by Government of India. Okay. So previously the chairman of Quality Council of India was appointed as the chairman of Capacity Building Commission. So Capacity Building Commission, you need to know more about Capacity Building Commission. It is established under Government of India National Program on National Program for Civil Service Capacity Building. The Capacity Building Commission is comes under National Program for Civil Services Capacity Building. We also call it as Mission Karma Yogi. National Program for Civil Services. Clear? Civil Services for commission building. For capacity building. So we can also call it as Mission Karma Yogi. So who is appointed as the chairman for this? Answer for the question: Adil Jainul Bai. Adil Jainul Bai as appointed as the chairman of Capacity Building Commission. Clear, everybody? Mission Karma Yoga. Why they started Mission Karma Yoga? To impose major reforms in bureaucracy. Major reforms in bureaucracy. The spelling, you need to remember the spelling of bureaucracy. Clear? Bureaucracy. Bureaucracy. Clear? Right. To impose major reforms in bureaucracy. That's why they started Mission Karma Yogi. So at present chairman of Mission Karma Yogi, sorry, CBC, at present chairman of Capacity Building Commission is Adil Jainul Bai. Adil Jainul Bai as appointed as the chairman of Capacity Building Commission. Clear? Next question. In April 2021, Ahum Madou Mohammadou was appointed as the Prime Minister of which country? So Ahumado Mohamado is appointed as the Prime Minister of Niger. Okay, Niger Prime Minister Ahumado Mohamado. Clear? So President of Niger. Niger President is Muhammad Bazoum. Muhammad Bazoum. At present President of Niger. Niger currency. Niger currency. West African franc. West African franc. Right. Perfect. Currency of Niger. West African franc. Prime Minister, who is at present Prime Minister of Niger? Ahmado Mohamado. Clear? Prime Minister of Niger, Ahmado Mohamado. So, and the capital is, you need to remember country's capital also. Niamey. Capital of Niger is Niamey. Clear, everybody? It is an African country. Niger is an African country. Clear? Right. Ahmado Mohamado was appointed as the Prime Minister of Niger. Answer for the question is option 3. Clear, everybody? Right. Next question. In April 2021, Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar. Narendra Singh Tomar represents which constituency? Morena, which is located in Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Launched the Madhukranti portal that acts as a database for honey products. Okay, honey producers with technical and banking partnership from which bank appointed as the technical and banking partnership with Madhukranti portal. So answer for the question is Indian Bank. Okay, Indian Bank as the banking partner to the Madhukranti portal, which is comes under Agriculture, Ministry of Agriculture. Clear, everybody? So answer for the question: Honey and Indian Bank. Honey and Indian Bank, option 2. Clear, everybody? Right? Right. What is the utility of My NEP 2020? Here NEP stands for National Education Policy. My National Education Policy 2020 portal. What is the utility of My NEP 2020 portal? Recently, Union Education Minister has launched the My NEP 2020 portal. Who is at present Union Education Minister? Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank. Nishank. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, at present Union Education Minister. Previously we called as Ministry of Human Resource Development. Now the name is changed to Ministry of Education. So at present our Education Minister is Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank. Recently launched My NEP 2020 portal. My NEP 2020 portal. Why they launched this portal? to receive consultation from various stakeholders on teacher skill development policy. Okay, answer for the question is option 5. To receive consultation from various stakeholders on teacher skill development policy. Answer for the question is option 5. Clear everybody? Right. India's renowned dash Padma Shri Fatima Rafiq Zakaria passed away at the age of 85. Fatima Rafiq Zakaria, she received Padma Shri also. So she related to which industry? She related to educationist as well as generalist also. Okay, so Fatima Rafiq Zakaria related to educationalist and journalist. She received Padma Shri in the year 2006. Okay, for the services rendered to the educational as well as generalist purposes, she received Padma Shri in the year 2006. So answer for the question, she is an educationalist. Option 3. Clear everybody? Right. Next question. 2021's International Romani Day marks 50th anniversary of the first Romani Congress. When is the International Romani Day annually observed? Clear. 50th anniversary of the first Romani Congress. Clear. You need to remember it is an important bit. Clear. When is the International Romani Day annually observed? Is answer to 8th April. Every year 8th April we celebrated International Romani Day. Clear everybody? 8th April. Answer for the question is option 2. Which state union territory recently launched two mobile apps Hamari Sadak Tamir Tarak to strengthen the e-governance structure and enhancing transparency in its public work system? Clear everybody? Which state recently launched two mobile apps? What are the mobile apps? You need to remember the mobile app names also. Hamari Sadak as well as Tamir Tarakki. These are the mobile apps. These are the mobile apps launched by Jammu Kashmir Lieutenant Governor. Who is at present Jammu Kashmir Lieutenant Governor? Manoj Sinha. Manoj Sinha at present Lieutenant Governor. He launched these two mobile apps. The name of the mobile apps is Hamari Sadak, Tamir Tarak. Which state and union territory? The union territory name is Jammu Kashmir. Why they launched these two mobile apps? To strengthen the e-governance structure and enhancing transparency in public work system. Clear everybody? It is comes under public work systems comes under road and buildings. It is comes under road and buildings ministry. Clear everybody? Who is at present road and building ministry? Nitin Gadkari. Okay. Next question. Which organization recently signed a tripartite agreement? So tripartite agreement. So tripartite means then three parties entered an agreement. Then it is called tripartite agreement. What are those three parties? Ladakh administration. Okay, Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council as well as Leh, Leh district. These three parties entered an agreement. Then it is called tripartite agreement. Why they entered tripartite agreement? For setting up 50 megawatt solar power project. 50 megawatt solar power project. Where they set up these 50-watt mega solar power plant, Tharu. It is located in Leh district. Leh district, Tharu. Clear everybody? So, which organization recently signed a tripartite agreement means? So, answer for the question is Solar, sorry, Solar Energy Corporation of India entered a tripartite agreement with Ladakh Union Territory Administration, Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council, Leh, for setting up a 50 megawatt solar power project at Tharu, Leh district. Sorry, so answer for the question is option 2, Solar Energy Corporation of India. Clear everybody? Right. You can go for the next question. So now onwards, static part. You need to concentrate more upon static part if you are preparing for a government exam. Clear? Right. Narendra Singh Tomar related to which Lok Sabha constituency? Narendra Singh Tomar, Morena. Okay. Giriraj Singh. Giriraj Singh related to Begusarai, Animal Husbandry Minister. In Narendra Singh Tomar, Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development. Animal Husbandry Minister Giriraj Singh related to Begusarai Lok Sabha constituency. Arjun Munda, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, related to Kunti, Jharkhand. It is located in Jharkhand, Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Smriti Jubini Irani, she related to Ministry of Women and Child Development. She related to Amethi, Uttar Pradesh. So answer for the question is 1C, 1C and 2A, 1C, 2A, and Arjun Munda 3B. Smriti Irani, Amethi. So answer for the question is option 3. Clear everybody? Right. Next question. When was the Ministry of Fisheries and Animal Husbandry and Dairying formed? 2019. Who is at present Minister of Fisheries and Animal Husbandry? Giriraj Singh. Lok Sabha constituency, Begusarai. Clear everybody? Answer for the question is option 3. 2019 Ministry of Fishery and Animal Husbandry and Dairying established. Clear everybody? Next question. Where is the headquarters of Jana Small Finance Bank? We already discussed this. Jana Small Finance Bank. Bangalore. Clear? Karnataka. How many sectors are listed under the central government production linked incentive scheme? This is also we discussed earlier. So how many sectors comes under this? Means 13 sectors comes under production linked incentive scheme. What does S stand for? RTGS. Real time gross settlement. Okay, real time gross settlements, the full form of the RTGS. RTGS abbreviation of real time gross settlement. So S stands for gross settlement, option 3. Clear everybody? Yes. Next question. Which in India, which is India's first payment bank to get licensed by RBI? First payment bank in India, Airtel Payment Bank. Okay. So minimum capital requirement for payment bank is 100 crore. You need to remember this also. The first payment bank is Airtel Payment Bank. These are the static part. Okay, next question. What is the minimum paid up capital for setting up a small finance bank? For small finance banks, we already discussed 200 crore as the minimum capital requirement. So answer for the question is option 2. So homework of the question is, what is the first small finance bank in India? First small finance bank in India. You need to comment on comment box. First small finance bank in India. Clear everybody? This is today's session. Thank you for your support and participation. So if you are a new person, please subscribe our channel and click on a bell icon. You get notification from our channel. And thank you for your participation. Jai Hind.